Welcome back to Hedge Apple Acres. I'm Cal, and in today's video we're going to talk about our forages. Today we're going to look at some of the forages in one of our pastures. But first, if you're new to my channel, I help you raise, manage, and breed livestock. We're turning forages into something we can sell. So as we look at this pasture here, we don't have cattle on it. We are rotating the cows through the other pastures. And if you follow me on Instagram, well, actually, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. You know, we're getting lots and lots of rain, more than usual, but this is usually a wet time of year. Sadly, within the next few weeks, we will turn off hot and dry, but we're enjoying it while we've got it. This particular pasture is one that I was going to move the cows in to graze. The forages have gotten ahead of us, and there's just so much grass available here, so much in other pastures. We plan on baling this if our custom hay guy will get here soon enough. Of course, we gotta wait on dry weather too. But let's look at some of the forages in here. Right here, I'm hoping I'm getting a good shot. We have sweet clover, which I love. The cows love it, and also my bees do. You can also see the fescue heading out here, setting seed. Also within this frame, you can see the Cerisa. Cerisa lespedeza, evil to some people. For us, we like it. Actually, let's reframe this. I like Cerisa more than my dad likes it. Cerisa at this stage, cows don't mind grazing it, but the stem gets woody, and when it gets woody, they do not want to graze it. But what it does for sheep and goats, the tannin levels in it helps suppress the egg-laying ability of the barber pole worm. So it's great, or it helps with parasites for sheep and goats. So it's something we like to have. As we look here, we've got a little bit of Bermuda coming up. The Bermuda grass will really take off now, especially if we get the custom baler out here and get this wrapped up. The Bermuda will get it won't be shaded anymore. If we put a little chicken litter on it, it'll really grow for us. We can also see we've got some flowers in here. I don't know what those are. Just a weed. But let's look over here. You can see the vetch. The vetch, it's viney. It's kind of a pain to bale because they'll wad up some on your mower. But honeybees love it. The cattle love it. It's one of those forages that when you've got cows running on a pasture, you don't ever see it. You pull the cows off, and then you start seeing it because the cows want to eat it first. For us, the vetch, the sweet clover, we don't see very often until we pull cows off, and then we start seeing it. Also, as we look here, you can see yellow hop. Yellow hop's a nice one, but one thing about yellow hop, I don't know if you can see that, the seed heads are starting to turn brown. It starts getting hot. Yellow hop goes to seed, and its season's over. But it's really nice growth there. Let's look around and see what else we have in this pasture. We've got some milkweed here. We used to fight milkweed. Didn't like it. It's ugly in the pasture. In fact, cows will come in, they'll graze all this, and they'll leave the milkweed standing out there. They don't touch it. But milkweed plays an important role for monarch butterflies. There's some beetles that live off of it, and it's a good nectar source for honeybees. So we've changed our philosophy on it. We still don't find it very attractive, but we no longer spray it or do anything to it. We leave it out in the pasture. As we come up here, lots of sweet clover here, a little bit of vetch. And if we look down here, we have a little bit of arrowleaf clover in this pasture. which we really like arrowleaf clover too. One thing we want as we look at our forages and pastures, we want this polyculture. A whole bunch of different varieties, different species growing together to provide the nutrients for our cattle or whatever we're grazing here. If this was just fescue, the pasture would all be going to seed and its nutritional qualities would be decreasing quickly. If it was just Bermuda, it'd be taking off now and going good. But both of those take a lot of nutrients from the ground, especially Bermuda. When we think about our arrowleaf clover and our sweet clover, our vetch, we get some legumes in there that are going to fixate nitrogen into the ground, which really help with the other species. In a video or two back, we talked about feeding hay and not always using a hay ring. Right here is one of our prime examples for that. We've got a ditch that runs along this fence here, and we fed some hay up here at the head of it. We need to feed hay more down at the bottom to catch it too, but that hay helped catch it and provide some seed for some grass to start growing here. So we got a nice patch of grass there. Here you can see back here on the hay, we've got some grass coming up there, but it held that dirt in place there and we didn't lose it. We need some more down here because we did have some flow down there into our pond. As always, we appreciate you watching, and we encourage you to comment, like, subscribe, and share. We'll be seeing you more.